Hello and welcome to Daimler Truck Financial's Food and Beverage Truck Financing module. We assume that you have already taken the Freightliner course on the food and beverage market. If you haven't, please stop here and go back to the Freightliner training site and take that course. It'll give you a better understanding of this segment and the truck configurations you'll be asked to approve. This training module will help you improve your understanding when reviewing financing opportunities with food and beverage customers. We'll focus our attention on the unique operational and application features of trucks in this market and demonstrate the specific and often unique needs of these customers. Okay, let's now take a look at the topics to be covered in this module. We'll begin with a general introduction that will include basic background information about the food and beverage segments, the customers, and their importance to DTF. While they service much of the same customer base, food companies and beverage companies have distinct equipment needs, truck equipment manufacturers, TEMs, and distribution channels. It will be simpler to have separate discussions about each subsegment, with an overview of the types of vehicles and bodies used in each. We'll also take a look at key truck equipment manufacturers and distribution channels in both markets. This will help set the stage for a discussion about reviewing credit applications for food and beverage customers, including a brief summary of key DTF policies and procedures, highlighting a few best practices, and noting some key financing principles in this segment. Next, we'll take a look at remarketing options and opportunities, residual values, and what paths are available for remarketing these trucks. We'll summarize the key points of this module and then review your understanding of this material by having you take a brief knowledge assessment. Like most other vocational segments, food and beverage is important to both DTF and DTNA. It is one of the more stable and downturn-resistant vocational truck segments. It can prove to be a promising source of business diversification, not only for DTF, but also dealers and other partners such as body manufacturers, distributors, and upfitters. Food and beverage is also a market that DTNA is focusing on to win conquest accounts from competitors. Identified as a crucial vocational market, especially with beverage customers, some OEMs in the recent past have targeted promotional truck and tractor sales programs through a general purchase package designed to drive segment buyers to the dealers. These programs included basic specs, special discounts, and finance rate packages. These programs were extended to local distributors as well. Perhaps you have dealt with these types of programs with DTNA dealers in the past. DTNA has also implemented a policy to engage TEMs as both partners and customers within both markets. This is part of the overall strategy to grow market share by both a segment-by-segment and dealer-by-dealer approach. DTF's ability to finance customers in the food and beverage segment is an essential part of the overall strategy's success. While different in body applications, the food and beverage markets do have a few shared characteristics. Typical customers vary from small local or regional produce, meat, and poultry suppliers, to soft drink, water, and beer liquor distributors, to large private fleets operated by national firms like PepsiCo, Kraft, or Nestle. Though many large food and beverage truck fleets have existing funding arrangements through their own financing sources, opportunities do exist for financing through the selling dealerships. Many of the smaller customers are willing to finance their truck purchases through other financing sources, such as DTF. Some customers may be interested in discussing various leasing options. Depending on their business model, leases can be written off, and customers don't have to worry about tying up capital or the burden of selling retired equipment. In other instances, you may come across an application for a new chassis purchase, which includes remounting an existing body onto that chassis.